Hopefully I'm not like swearing at the start while I'm trying to figure out what we're doing.
Oh,
That'd be my luck.
is this recording or not yet? Oh, it's live. Yeah, right.
Okay, are we good?
Hold on. No, hold on. Let's see. Let me find.
Don't we love technology?
Oh, yes.
I see us.
I just got notified. Okay.
Okay, yay.
Yay.
We did it.
We did
With
it.
a minute to spare.
Yes.
It's a minute to spare.
Perfect.
I'm so excited. All right, it's 1 o'clock. Let's start.
Let's rock and roll.
All right. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to our first live stream, official live stream on what it is that we do as Beachbody coaches. Dara and I have both been in this business for almost 8 years. So I think sometimes we take for granted that like everyone understands exactly what we do. So I'm excited to kind of dive in with you guys and share a bit more about the business, how we've built to where we are today, what that looks like, how we earn, how we've grown a team, and more. So we've got some slides for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will use those to kind of get us going. All right. All right. So I guess I already told you the title. We're going to tell you everything. And this business has really been pretty amazing. I honestly just found Beachbody on accident, totally on accident. I was, looking for an at-home workout and I found out about Team Beachbody, and we've definitely changed as a company over the time I've been here, but over the time that they've been around. So Beachbody itself as a company has been around for 20 years, which is kind of crazy to think. They're coming up on their 20th anniversary next year. And I was just like, okay, this is, that's pretty cool. But it really started, as most people know, with like P90X and like Tony Horton kind of becoming that household name through infomercials. And after kind of the success of P90X, it was Insanity next. And everyone got to learn about Insanity and that crazy infomercial you saw on TV and Shaun T. And Beachbody started to become a household name. And what Beachbody noticed on a lot of their forums and message threads and chats that they hosted on their website was that customers were helping customers get through P90X or get through Insanity. There was a lot of peer support in the Beachbody community with what people were doing with their health and fitness right from their home. And that was kind of the advent of the network marketing side of Beachbody. Beachbody at that point kind of was transitioning more from just direct sales to customers through infomercials over the phone or online to the model that we have today, which is network marketing, with the thought that if you can have a coach, someone who's been there, who is walking this journey with you, help you get started with your health and fitness, you're going to be that much more successful. And so obviously we've gone from, the P90X and Insanity days to programs like 21 Day Fix, Live 4, and 80 Day Obsession, which now all live on Beachbody On Demand, which is our streaming platform. So definitely kind of like Netflix today. But we have Shakeology. I'll scroll down here because you can't see it. We have our performance line. We have apparel. And so as Team Beachbody coaches, we now have the opportunity to not only help customers and teammates on their health and fitness journey with all of these products. We get 25% off, but our coaches that come on in order to, get a discount on their own programs, maybe earn a, income with this business, have the opportunity to sell any of this to their customers. So kind of an amazing platform. And that really has just made Beachbody the number one at-home health and fitness company out there. There really is no one else in the game. Like maybe another company has a shake or some sort of diet pill, but very few others, really no one else that I can think of has both going on. And we have some really cute workout leggings, our seamless ones. Make your legs look awesome. Get discounts on that. You've probably seen every Beachbody coach out there drinking Energize. It's amazing, clean, plant-based pre-workout. So there are products that I love and was purchasing, and it just made sense for me to like jump in and really do this as a business. So that's kind of what I want to talk a bit more about. I had been on my own health and, I'd been on a health and fitness journey with Beachbody, and it just made sense to use that story to inspire others with their health and fitness too. And it was totally true that, I was more accountable to my own health and fitness goals as a coach, and sort of walking out that journey on health and with my health and fitness on social media. Just having other friends in fitness, having other coaches cheer me on, having a support group to be there. I really sort of fell in love, not only with the community, but that I was able to inspire other moms to go out and live their best life with this business. Because I know when I came in as a coach, I remember thinking like, okay, I want to help as many moms feel as amazing as I do on, my first foray into working out at home and drinking Shakeology. I was feeling amazing, and I really wanted to pay that forward as I grew my business. But what I soon realized was that me being one person can only touch and reach so many other people. And the best way to do it was to become a coach and really build a team of coaches around me doing the exact same thing. So that's what I set out to do. And along the way, I really started to realize that a lot of women were looking for what I was doing from home, which I absolutely thought was amazing. I mean, it made sense because I was looking for better health and fitness. I was looking for an opportunity to earn an income for my family from home. But I started to realize that a lot of other women were looking for the same thing. Maybe they were looking for a health and fitness community. Maybe they were, had tried Insanity before or were interested in the 21-day fix, wanted to get started on their own health and fitness journey, but also have the opportunity to walk out that journey on social media, share it with others, inspire them, and begin to build their business. So that was kind of the beginning of my team. I know Dara was similar. It was like the beginning of her team. And we were able to bring on other coaches to the business, teach them about what we were doing, and help them have success like we have. So it wasn't like a one-woman show. Between us, there are thousands of coaches on our team that are off doing the same thing and having amazing results and having amazing success. So this is actually me with two of my coaches just posing at our team retreat in Florida earlier this year. So kind of fun. But I think what I feel most passionate about in this business is that it's completely changed my passion and purpose as a mom, and it's given me and my family a life I would have never dreamt possible. So when I found Beachbody, I was a stay-at-home mom, and we were just like scraping by, like paycheck to paycheck. We had debt, we had credit card debt, our mortgage was underwater. We had a car that needed to be replaced, but we couldn't afford to replace it, and another one that we were making payments on. So we were just kind of like, I felt stuck a lot of the time, and I was so blessed to be able to stay at home with my girls. They were so young. They were 6 months and 3 when I started this business. I was so blessed to be at home with them. But I remember having these thoughts of like, I'm going to have to go back to work someday. I'm going to have to get a boss. I'm going to have to get a 9 to 5. I didn't want to go back to the 9 to 5 because I'd previously done that whole scene. I'm just not meant to like have someone else like someone else be my boss. But I really wanted something where I could stay at home with these two girls while they grew up. And I remember thinking like, oh, if I could just find something where I would, I could make like a couple extra $100 a month, that would be it for me. And that's kind of where coaching came into play, because really that was my first goal. I wanted to make $100 a week. So $400 a month was going to change my family's life. I was just positive. We could pay off debt. I'd never have to put groceries on a credit card again. Like those were the things I was really passionate about. It was just being able to give more and contribute more to my family's budget. And if I could do that from home, inspiring and helping other women from my computer or from my phone, like I was down. Give me that life. And so that's really what I dug in. And before long, like my first week, I think my paycheck was like $80. And my next paycheck might have been 30, but the one after that was 127. And they just kind of trended up from there. I just kept digging in and I made that $100 a week goal a reality. And once I made that happen, I set a new goal and it was $300 a week. And then I set another goal and it was $500 a week. And that slowly, like, can you imagine what $2,000 a month would do for your family? Like it really started to compound, and it was really amazing to see that change things for my family. You guys, we got rid of a car that was like a complete piece of crap and got a different car. We paid off another car, which felt amazing to not have that payment anymore. We got ahead on our mortgage. We got rid of the PMI. We were no longer underwater on our mortgage, which felt really, really, really good. We were not putting groceries on credit cards anymore. I could buy diapers and groceries every week without freaking out that I was going to maybe overdraw our account, which was amazing. And eventually we were to the point where we were like sucking away money. We had paid off all of our debt. We have no more credit cards. And we just really started to like get ahead, like build this emergency fund. And for once in my life, like I was working on something that I was super, super passionate about because it was going to make a huge impact for my family. And I woke up every day excited to get to work on this business with like this peace in my heart that like I wasn't stressing anymore about money or having to go get a job or to put my girls in daycare so I could go to a 9-to-5. Like that was amazing. That was amazing to be able to build a business at home, help others start on their health and fitness journey, begin their coaching business, and really help them find success. And I mean, I have a fun slide in here because really this journey helped me find me. I love being a mom, don't get me wrong, but having two babies and going a little overboard on the food when I was pregnant was bad. The before photo you see here, I was not pregnant. And I really struggled losing baby weight, just kind of finding my own self-worth and being a stay-at-home mom when I'd previously been in the corporate world. And my health and fitness, I feel it gave me a new lease on life. I'm 40 years old today, and I feel younger, healthier, and fitter than I did probably when I was like 29, 30 in that photo. So 10 years previous. And really, I did it all from home. I got all my results working out from home and truly just being accountable. It's made me a better wife, a better mom, a better business person. And it's given me a sense of fulfillment, purpose, happiness, and joy outside of motherhood. Nothing I love more than being a mom. But the reality is, I am so glad that I have something that is for me, because now guess what? My girls are at school. They're at school today, full time. They're in 3rd grade and 6th grade. And I'm here, I'm able to work from our home. And that's just the best feeling, best feeling in the world. So I will cap it off with sharing you sharing with you sort of my income progression with this business. As you can see, I started, I wasn't even a coach in January 2011, so obviously be zero. But then kind of what that transitioned into, like what that started to look like weekly as my business has grown over the last 7 years, it's really and completely changed. And like I said, it wasn't just built by me. I brought in and mentored other coaches to do exactly what I was doing. And I mean, Dara and I are both Million Club members. I have coaches on my team that are Million Club members. I have coaches on my team that are wildly successful building the life of their dreams, living debt free, and maybe buying a dream home or getting a new car or paying for private school tuition. It really looks different for everyone. But as you can see here, I'm giving my dog the life he deserves on the back of the chair, while getting to sit and work from home in our dream house. So he's really very spoiled. But when you join coaching, you're not just by yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that I've realized I have like this huge, amazing team of people behind me. Yes, I have my Beachbody family, but really, truly, our team has been like the heart and soul of this business. So, I mean, I always think if you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you write a blog, whatever, you can build this business from home, from your phone, in some, like a couple of hours a day. Totally how I got started. Like I used to rock it at nap time. And it's just, I don't know, what else can I say? It's been completely life-changing. And I do it all over again if I had the chance. Absolutely. So I'm just like, I plan to retire from this someday. Like in, like another dozen or so years. All right. So I'm going to kick it over to my girl, Dara. We have been besties in this business for like 7 years. And it's so fun because I live in Michigan. I'm always cold. She lives in Arizona. She's always hot. And we don't have the same background. We don't have the same story. But here we just kind of like randomly met through a Beachbody Facebook group, became like best friends, and then proceeded to just rock out this journey together. And we have literally hit almost every milestone simultaneously, which to me just says it doesn't matter when you come into this business or how you get started, but if you want success, you can most definitely run after it and get it. So all yours, girl.
And to find someone willing to run with you, right? I mean, I get we all have different goals, but I can promise you that the reason I know I achieved so much success in this business is because of having someone like this. And to me, that speaks volumes about everything Leslie said about the community, the accountability, and having people like you going alongside the journey to empower you and remind you that there is so much out there, but you can do it. It's possible if you do it together. Like together we're better. And I just, I think back to my journey, very different than Leslie's. I was working full time and I had done, I went to school for so many years and acquired so much student loan debt because that was the path that I knew. That was what I knew because that's what my parents had done, right? And not to their fault. I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but they worked from dusk till dawn to dusk, flop that, dawn to dusk, and sometimes even more than then. They were gone for 10, 11, 12 hours a day to work and provide a different life for my family. And I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised by my neighbors because they were gone. They were working to give us a better life. And when I think back to really what just was the fire inside of me, it was to change that for my children, to be, instead of employee first and mom second, I wanted to be mom first. And I found that through this coaching opportunity that I could absolutely be wildly successful in business like I had always planned and I had gone to school for, and I always wanted to help people. That was the core of what I wanted to do. I went for psychology. Now looking back, I should have gone for business, but I always wanted to help people. That is what I wanted to do. But it came at the cost of being mom, of being with my family, of my husband working swing shifts because we needed that extra $200 a month to pay our bills. to actually, and again, like Leslie, we were scraping by. I mean, trust me, we were not getting ahead. We were barely getting by. And the same as Leslie. I mean, I remember just swiping. I think even back then, I remember like writing checks. Do you remember? Like this is 9 years ago where you could write a check and it had a few days to clear. Yeah, I could write checks knowing the money wasn't in there, but I was good, right? I remember standing and swiping my card and it getting declined in front of the grocery line, in front of all these people standing behind me. Like that is not a way I wanted to live anymore. I was so, have you heard this sick and tired of being sick and tired? That was me. I was so fed up with thought we did everything right to move our lives ahead, yet we were not getting ahead. And it was just, I remember crying. I was pregnant. I was pregnant with our first child and I was on my way to work, to my full-time job that I had worked so hard for. And I was bawling to my mom because something fell through with our finances and I was just bawling. And I was like, this is it. This is it. I mean, this is the life that we have to look forward to. Like, how can this be it? And I was just so hopeless. I just remember that feeling inside. Like it makes me emotional now because I'm thinking, how is this even possible? How do we have degrees and full-time jobs and we are barely getting ahead? And that's when I was 3 months pregnant. It was December. So talk about like the time have to be perfect, right? I had a full-time job. I was pregnant. Talk about, and my husband was gone. He was working swing shifts, nights, weekends, holidays. Talk about perfect time, not the perfect time, right? But, and it was a December. It wasn't even a January, but I was ready. I was ready to make the changes. And so I went in and I wasn't a overnight success. Really, truly in this business, I think it is about having that long-term vision, right? Having that, being steadfast and knowing that eventually the time that I put in while I was pregnant, while I was working full-time, fitting this into the mom cracks, that eventually it could become my full-time thing. And at the core of it was I knew that I could be more for myself, right? I could be more for my kids and my husband, but more than that, I could be more for myself, that I knew I was capable of doing hard things. I was a hard worker. I had worked for somebody else. I knew how to work hard. But the thing is, I wanted to work hard for our future, to determine our bottom line, to determine when we got a raise and when we took vacation. To me, that was so important, is to kind of be the controller of that, right? I was at my full-time job. I got a 1% raise in 3 years, but realizing with this opportunity, I determined that bottom line. I determined what we got to make through my hustle, through my heart and hustle, and being able to pay that gift forward to other women. And so here you see us on the beach and taking vacations and my husband home, so that I did eventually build this part-time dream to this full-time thing for our family, that I was able to quit my full-time job and that I was able to retire my husband. And now we're both home building this business that allows us to have more time together, that allows us to pour into our children, first and foremost, pour into each other as a couple, give back to our community, volunteer and give back to things that are near and dear to our heart, and pay this gift forward to other families that maybe are where we were, that were struggling. We were struggling in our marriage. We were struggling in finances, and we didn't want to struggle anymore. And there's another way, right? So if there's something inside of you that is like, I just feel like there's something more, there is. And I'll tell you, next slide, please, Leslie, that I committed. I went all in with my journey. Leslie talked about P90X. That was my first program. I could not do a push-up to save my life. And a pull-up. You have push-ups and pull-ups in that program. I still can't do a pull-up to save my life, but it didn't really matter because I built $1 million business. I was just walking through my journey, like Leslie talked about. I was willing to show up and give these programs and these meal plans and do all of the things that I knew that I need to do for myself. That if I took care of me, just like Leslie said, I mean, there were so many things I'm like, yes, 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 that she said, because I think that's it. All of us women can relate to that, right? That I knew if I could take care of myself, and this business actually puts you at the forefront. Whenever do you have a job that makes you number one, that you get to put your health and wellness at the forefront of your journey? That's incredible, that you actually get paid to get results and live your best, feel your best, get results with these programs. And so here, through 2 pregnancies, 2 C-sections, in the best shape of my life. Just like Leslie said, I have more energy. I'm going to be 40 next month. And even though it's like, I'm going to be 40, I actually feel excited about it because I feel more in control of my life now and more put together and more established and more happy now and vibrant than I did 10 years ago. And I know it's because I'm taking care of myself and I'm setting that good example for my kids and get to do something that actually just fuels my soul every single day, something that I absolutely love. And I get to rock some abs or a bikini or a fun black dress, right? Like just being able to feel comfortable in my skin. So from that journey of starting in P90X, and then being able to, like Leslie said, build a team of other women who were just like me, who wanted to feel confident in their skin, who wanted to feel good, not just in January, but for life, like to embrace this as a lifestyle, to find something that gave them passion and being able to turn that passion into a paycheck, then being able to next slide, Leslie, is for the income, right? Is I got into this to build a business. I got into this to give my family a first breathing room, right? To not stress about paying our bills on time, to not stress about swiping that card and having it decline, to then having a little bit of extra money to do with what we wanted. So maybe that was a little savings account, little emergency fund. Maybe that was taking a little family vacation. Maybe that was setting aside a little bit for our kids as we started to, grow our family. And again, I mean, in the beginning, I didn't make any money in my first couple of weeks, but I invited my 2 friends and my mom over, and I talked to them about how excited I was about this business, right? Because that's what we do when we're excited. We talk to those people that we know, love, and trust, because when we are excited, they're excited too. And I knew that if I was so excited about this and that how it had impacted me, that I wanted those people close to me, I wanted them to be a part of that with me. So I invited my friends over and I talked to them about how excited I was. And I got my first paycheck after a few weeks of nothing was $260. And I was like, whoa, 260 bucks. Like that was half of my salary basically. And I was like, holy cow, like this is what's possible, that I get to share this with people that I love and impact their lives and actually make an income. And from there, it just grew, just like Leslie said. I mean, it was 200 a week and then 500 a week and 1,000 a week. And then it just grew to like, holy cow, like this is insane, but this is the possible. You guys, the American dream is alive and well if you're willing to work for it. And I think have that long-term vision, that it wasn't built overnight. It wasn't built in a year or two, but you can see over years that we were able to build something that I could never do, never do at my full-time job, and without having to sacrifice time with my family. And, I want to talk about, with this business, to me, it was like, it was 100 at that time. We didn't have challenge packs like Leslie talked about, but it was $140 investment that I treated like starting a franchise, that I treated like $1 million business, because I think it's easy, right? Like to make that investment and be like, yeah, that was a little dip in the bucket at the time. At the time, it felt like starting a franchise because we didn't have that money. We didn't have the 140. It felt like 140,000 at the time. So I treated it just like that. I went in and I knew I didn't have to carry inventory. I didn't have to do customer service, shipping. I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't have to develop the meal plans or the programs. All of that was done for me. All I had to do was show up, commit to my journey, and inspire and help other people along the way. And that was something that I could do, right? I could do that with no social media experience, no business background. Like I told you, I'm psychology, but I knew that I could plug into the systems and I could duplicate that and help my coaches create that success. We've created, Leslie, I think the next slide, we've created the trainings and the systems to help people just like you, just like me, Leslie, stay-at-home mom, working full-time mom, to come in and have success with this business. And I'm sure Leslie will agree, maybe taking out a lot of the failures we had in the beginning, right, Leslie? Like, I think we kind of, we took the long road, which is fine, but we've created a lot of systems to help our coaches take out maybe some of those failures and some of the hard part in coming in and having those systems and that plan laid out and this whole team backing you, that you can come into this business for yourself, but you're definitely not by yourself. You have this whole team backing you of people that are just like you all across US, UK, and Canada. We're soon to go global soon, right, Leslie? Even more global, of all these people just like you who want to build a business of their own. And, you know, starting to ask those questions instead of like, when everything felt hard at that time in my life, like, why is everything so hard? Why is all of this happening to me? Instead of saying that, I moved to like, why not me? Why not me? And why not you? Why can't you build something like this of your business, even if you have a full-time life, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom and you feel like you're changing diapers and you're caught up in bedtimes and nap times and back times, and you feel like that's your life, that I hope that we've given you a glimpse of what's possible in this business and put fire in your belly that you can do this too, that you can create the business of your dreams, the life of your dreams, and leave a legacy for your children and future generations to come, right? So of course the income is amazing. That makes an impact in your finances, but a legacy is putting a stamp on others' hearts by believing in other people and showing them what's possible, showing your kids that through hard work you can achieve so many great things. And then they can pass on that legacy and it just continues to live on, right? That's what a legacy is about. And that's what it's just such a gift to be a part of this. And I'm like, why haven't you joined us yet? Right? So that's really it. Is there anything, Leslie, there's my last slide. I mean, get with the person that invited you to this opportunity and talk with them about the opportunity, talk with them about options, talk with them about your goals. What do you want to achieve? You know, talk about that big picture, that dream big, and start with your health and fitness. I'll tell you, getting started with your health and fitness, that is the only investment you make. I mean, I don't know about you, but starting a brick and mortar or starting another company could put you in the red for a long, long time. Running in the red, but you get to earn while you learn in this, because we've developed those systems to help you get in. And like Leslie, she got her first paycheck, $80, like while she was learning and figuring this out. You don't have to wait to figure it out to get paid. You can get paid right now. And why not? You know, talk with the coach about getting started with the challenge pack. Get your $40 coach fee waived. No need to pay that coach fee. Get in. Start on your journey right now, because you know what? I'll tell you a little secret. Nothing magical happens in January. Nothing magical. The magic happens when you decide to commit and go in, right? Because in January we have Super Bowl. Well, I think February now, right? We have Valentine's Day. We have spring break. There is always something happening. There's always something happening in life. So make the decision now. Go all in. Commit to your journey now. Feel great this holiday season.
Yeah.
And I also think that you can start to dream big about the income potential that you can have for holidays. So that's all I have, Leslie.
Yeah, I think we covered it all. But it's so true. I mean, like what you said, earn while you learn. That was the biggest thing in my business. Just starting and sharing my journey and inspiring other people to come make that change with me. I mean, I think about it to this day, like the health, like the diet industry itself is like a multi-billion-dollar industry. There are so many women out there looking for what that fix is, or the magic, or I'll shortcut it for you. It's working out and eating better. The only thing that has worked for me and been like a maintainable lifestyle. And I love that that's truly what Beachbody is about. Like no crazy diets, all sorts of like foods off limit, nothing. It really is about like creating a lifestyle that you can live. So why not be part of the solution out there for so many people that are looking for an answer that maybe doesn't involve, you know, going to the gym or running. I don't like running, or whatever. I see people try all this crazy stuff and they're constantly restarting, or, you know, starting again in January. But like Dara said, it's just, sort of a decision when you decide you want to go all in. It doesn't matter what holiday is coming or anything, because it's just your lifestyle and you live it. And that's been really, really powerful to share. So, do we get it all?
Thank you, bestie. I always have so much fun. I mean, showing up on a Friday, like I actually took a shower, but I get to do this. I get to do this with you and share it with other women. It's so fun.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It is kind of fun. We're just broadcasting live on Facebook.
Broadcasting live. That's right.
So yeah, it's like there's a $39 coach fee if you want to sign up and be a coach. But if you don't have Beachbody On Demand, you don't have Shakeology, you want Energize, you want beach bars, you want the cute workout leggings, whatever, you can go ahead and get signed up with a challenge pack. Most of them include either some of our performance line, which is actually like the only performance line approved by the Ironman. So the people that go out and run crazy, crazy distances, bike and swim, Beachbody Performance is actually the only approved line endorsed by Ironman. Kind of cool as an aside. So most challenge packs either include that.
Doesn't have to be just,
or
sorry, I was just saying, it doesn't have to be just a workout either. It can just be like to pop up for a live call.
Yeah. Exactly. Or Shakeology, and then your Beachbody On Demand. So streaming access to, what is it? I think someone last said 850 plus workouts available to you at your fingertips, streaming live. You could do it on your phone if you're traveling, on a laptop, iPad, or I stream like on a TV right in my gym every morning. It makes it so super simple. And that way, when I'm snowed in here in the winter, there's no excuse about not getting to the gym. And when it's gorgeous in the summer, I can get it in early and then be at the pool. I can also work out with my dog. Who else can say that?
I mean, and I'll be honest, today Ryder was just having a really rough time this morning. And the last 10 minutes I did with him on holding him, my squats, it was leg day. And I think to me, like, if I was at the gym, he wouldn't see me trying to like be tough, right? To be strong and to figure things out. And I think to me, even though he's 2, I hope that they remember that you can do hard things, right? You can figure it out. But I hope they see a mom that's showing up for herself and a mom that's showing up for her kids. And they wouldn't see that if I was at the gym. And I'm not knocking the gym, but for me in this point of my life, this is what works. And I get to do it with them watching me and taking care of myself.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like I have 2 girls and they're 8 and almost 12. And it really is just so cool to see like how they feel about me and my business, about like coming into the gym and working out with me when they were on summer break. I mean, I even see like their little entrepreneurial minds going like, Mom, could we help you send out samples? And they like want to negotiate. Like if they help me send out samples, they want to know like, am I going to pay them for every, like package they get ready? And I mean, it's kind of fun to see, seriously, dog, see them want to help me in the business and really take an interest in it. Because like you said, it is sort of like, to me, I see it as a legacy thing. Like at some point, and we didn't really talk about this, but I would love to be able to like pass my business on to my girls if they're interested. And it's kind of cool to think that like my girls, the future generation, could take something like this over and just keep on running with it. Like that's really, really cool to think about.
Well, and you think about maybe like inheritance, is that the right word?
Yep.
Yeah, left to people, but you think about something that's living and breathing and continuing to like build and create income, like that it's just absolutely incredible to think about.
Yeah, it really is. Like that's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll be interested or maybe they won't. But they've definitely, it's so funny to see them like interested in, social media, and it really is I mean, we live in a totally different world. I remember growing up and your options were like, police officer and, doctor, lawyer, dentist, right? Like when you would do that aptitude test in, like middle school that would tell you like what you were maybe going to be someday when you grew up. And it's so funny because I look at my girls now and how they talk about things, and social media has played so into that. But they're like, oh, yeah, so and so is a YouTuber. And so is like an influencer for justice, like the store in the mall. And it's just so funny how like they're 8 and almost 12, 11, and they're so in the know with like what is like out there trending. And it's like, I mean, you just wonder, like, is your aptitude test in middle school now going to say like you potentially be a great YouTuber? Or you would be an amazing influencer to, inspire others to live a healthy lifestyle on social media. Like,
Or a rock star
so
beach.
different today.
Yeah. Yep.
But I love it. All right. Well, we'll let you guys go. But thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great
Any
weekend.
questions? Yes. Get with the coach that invited you here and ask your questions. Find out if it's right for you. Do that due diligence. But I hope we see you on the team soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Happy